There. Hi guys, welcome to my live stream today, December 6, 2021. So start off muna tayo siguro with BTC and then maybe possibly some altcoins. Wait lang. I-check ko tong may titingnan lang ako. Saan ba yan? And then, hindi naka-ano yun. Wait lang. So supposedly this is scheduled last November 27, this stream. Kaso kasi medyo naging November 27 supposedly itong stream na to kaso nire-adjust ko siya. So now let's move on first with this one. Over the past few days, I'd like to share the liquidation data that happened last December 4, which is this area here. The liquidation here totaled more or less more than $2 billion. This one and this one is there's also a liquidation here of around $3.22 billion. So yeah, I'd like to the data came from CoinGlass liquidation data, but I think they're just showing a few dates, and yeah, I cannot look at the previous one here, but the liquidation here is around $3.22 billion. Why did I brought this up? Yeah, because the impact here is very high. The sell-off, and here also a sell-off. I mean a liquidation that happened. So after that liquidation last September 7, it took 22 days for it to hit the bottom, and I'm expecting the same here from December 4 to possibly December 26 to trade within this downtrend area. So anyway, that's just the info that I get from this liquidation. Because the thing is, if it liquidated a lot, of course we need the same impact or even uh, more than the 3 point, I mean more than $2.09 billion inflow to the market for it to move at the same level, or at least at the same price. So for now, yeah, you can I can trade the range, But personally, I'll just wait for the breakout within this downtrend. Well, anyway, before I start, maybe I'd like to share first, how to use the alert. Anyway, I changed my subscription and now I can have more than one alerts. So yeah, basic first on how to create an alert. So here we can actually draw some trend line here and put an alert on that trend line. So just click on the alert and then I think it's better for me once per bar because or it depends on your options. You can actually choose only once, once per bar, once per bar close, or once per minute. And then other options that it's available. I choose the one calling every 5 seconds and then just click create. And once it hit this trend line, it will alert. So that's how to use the trend line alert. You can also use the horizontal alert. Like for example, this one. I'm looking at this resistance, the 52. I mean this first. Or maybe let's use this, the support area there. So we can also use the horizontal line to create an alert. You just click the add alert here or just click the horizontal line and then click add alert and then choose the best options for you. Like for example, the conditions options, expiration, and how will this alert will be and just click create. So I think that's the best alert that I could create for now. And yeah, possibly I could also put some, let's put a trend within this area and then we'll also add some alerts there. And then here, and also add an alert. Just only once. So for now, since if you look at the trend, from that uptrend and then yeah I think last time it's last time is I think the last time that I have its stream is I think around November something, November 23 or 24, so it's already within the downtrend area and it resists within this resistance trend line here and continues until it broke here and continues to hit close to $41,000. So for now, personally, I'm waiting because since it's already on the downtrend, of course, personally, it's a bearish for me. First scenario is that it break the support here, which is this the first the support, and it's still within this downtrend area. So I think it could. I sorry. So since it's trading within this downtrend area, it may it may retest this trend line resistance here or the previous support. However, on conservative note, I will wait for a breakout on this downtrend area. So we might expect some bounce, but if it will not break this downtrend area, I'm still more on the possible downside. Wait, let me just. So possible scenario one. Oh, sorry. Wait, let me just. For BTC is the. Sorry, should have been from there. That's a possible scenario one. And the next possible scenario is if it actually break and flip that one. So for now, yeah, I can trade within this range. But I think since I'm already late, I'd rather wait at breakout. And the one that I mentioned a while ago, it's what's this? This one. When there is 3.22 liquidation, September 7, and December 4, $2 billion liquidation, and this one took a few days, 22 days for it to hit the bottom and recover from it. So that's what I'm possibly also expecting for this one. So where is that? That's why I show a while ago the liquidations that have happened over uh, wait, just checking the 22 days there. December 26. So possibly where's that? So possibly that might happen or even lower if this will not hold. Anyways, yeah, I think I have. Wait, let me just check it out on my. This one. Yeah, yeah. I don't know how can I share this one. 2 point. This one. No, that's not the image. The link. No, the link. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but from this December 4, over the last 24 hours during this time when I posted it, it's already 2.35 billion that have been liquidated in the market. So with that impact, I'm more on conservative note. I'll wait for a breakout because honestly we need more than the liquidations that have been taken out to the market as an inflow. So I think that's it for now. So the support I'm looking at is the 40,000 or more or less close to 41,000, this area, and possibly this trend line resistance as as immediate resistance, more or less around the 53 area. Wait, let's check it out. So more or less around that area as a breakout. So yeah, for me, I think it will trade within that range. Do I have a trade for BTC? Actually, I have none, but I do have some altcoins over the past few days. Anyway, I'd like to thank uh, Gala for my previous gains, and yeah, actually, I use part of that gains to avail a premium trading view. So yeah, I think that's it. So I'm more on the bearish side. um, First reason, yeah, as I mentioned a while ago, it's on a downtrend and it broke this trend line, strong trend line support. And of course, a liquidations, which is more than $2 billion. So December is not it's not smeary, but it decreased much. Anyway, let's try to. I think I forgot to open what's that? My Google Sheet. Over the past few days, actually, I have not traded. Though I have some few scalp. Like for example, for today, I trade a gala, but I think it's not updated at the moment because this is just a scalp. Over the past few days, I have no transactions. As you can see, December 3 is my last transaction and just today. So, yeah, I think it's not. Oh, wait, let me just update it. Some. So, not much. Not much. So, non December. Yeah, I'll just update this one later. So over the past few months, it's the one that it's very low so far. So if you have some questions, then feel free to ask. Else, yeah, let's check on the other charts that you have requested. So for me, BTC it's still within the sideways. Um, 53 and 41. So possibly more on, for me, more on a downtrend. But of course, if you're scalping, you can use the lesser time frame. So currently now, yeah, yeah. Yeah, let me also show you this one, the the Renko chart. So since I've changed my subscription, now we can actually even use the 1 hour time frame or even the lesser time frame actually. For example, this 15 minutes. So if you're scalping, you can actually use it. So if ever I'm gonna scalp this one, yeah, it's been quite a late already. Because normally if I'm using this one, the Renko chart, one, two, normally at 3 bars, I already make some a long position. Like for example, this one, this is bearish, and then second, and then third. So on the third Renko bar, I will go long, and then the stop loss will be the lower bar, which is 48,150. So strong resistance on a 15-minute time frame is the 49,500 area. So it really depends on how you plan to trade, but for me on a daily time frame, it's more on still on a possible downside. But at least on this one, yeah, they have a different one. It's actually recovering, possibly, yeah, because that's the possible scenario I'm looking at is, of course, to retest at the 53,000. If it break out that 53,000, possibly, of course, retest the trend line here, trend line resistance. Of course, first is the 69 and then the trend line resistance. But if it will reject the 53,000, possibly retest back the 40 or even lower. So this is a very key point here is this this trend. Let's try to this the very key thing is that area. And other indicators, it's already oversold. RSI is already at 31. But if you look at the other, it could go even lower. So yeah, for me personally, on conservative note, I will wait for really a breakout at the downtrend. Or if resist at $53,000, I might possibly go short. That's my personal plan. So since I already have some what's this? I created some alerts here. Now of course I can just look at it once it alert or ring that alert. So I think that's it for now. For BTC update. If you have some questions, possible what's my possible target for the month? Uh, Possible target for the month, yeah. At the beginning of the year, I think you know that I've been expecting close to 300,000, but unfortunately, it's did not hit that, and even retest that $40,000. So yeah, I think it will be good if at least we will break out the $53. I'm already happy if it breaks that resistance. And yeah, since the cycle is every 4 years, yeah, I think I forgot this one. Yeah, let's try to look at the log chart. Yeah, because I know I'm expecting a December something or January as a possible. What's it? As a possible year-end target. But if you look at the logarithmic chart, it's still within this trend line support area and it's still holding. So I think it could possibly be extended. The bull cycle might be extended. So I think that's it. So this is there's actually a difference between the regular chart and the what's that? Regular chart and the logarithmic chart. So yeah, let's try to look at the possible. So oversold and white's violet. Just arrange it a bit. So yeah, okay. Just a few arrange. I just arranged the trend line and yeah, it also the same. It also a break down. Sorry. So at least it needs to go up to that area. At least this on a logarithmic chart 52,000 area for it to move. So yeah, on a long term, it's still on an uptrend area. So this is the second cycle and this is a possible third cycle. I've been even looking at this one. So anyway, let's see how it goes. I think it will be very, very hard for the BTC to even hit the all-time high. I will be happy if it reached 53,000 or just broke the resistance or the downtrend resistance I'm looking at on a regular chart. So yeah, I think that's it for BTC. If you have some questions, then feel free to ask. What else I'm looking at for cryptocurrency? Actually, not much because it's really a heavy sell-off. Oh, so ano pa ba? Pwede nating tignan. Yeah, maybe I'll try to this one. So kung update natin siya, it's already at how much? 48,644. So it's down 15% more or less for the month of December. So actually it's close to this, but it's not yet 15%. It's not as bad. So the biggest loss is still last May. So maybe let's try to move at Ethereum. Yeah, for Ethereum, let's try to look at it. I have a lot of what's that? Alarms actually. Is it a regular chart? Though I can use a lot of what's this indicators now, I'm still um, very overwhelmed. So right now, I'm just using just the basic for now. And yeah, because the thing is, if you have a lot of indicators and they have different signals, it might also affect my trading decisions. So for now, I'm still using the divergence indicator and the EMAs. But for EMAs, I actually added 90 days, which is 1 quarter. Though, yeah, we can, I added a bit few, all patterns, and the volume profile here. For some of my trades, especially for scalp, I actually use this one, the session, what's this? Volume session. But um, so remember this one. I think I have still the same as last month. And as you can see, just the basic support and resistance. So for Ethereum, we're looking at as this one as trend line resistance. I mean, trend line resistance now become our support area. So actually, we can set an alert on that, which is more or less depending on where the candle will retest this one, but more or less around 3,700 area. But I think it's if you compare Ethereum versus BTC, I think Ethereum is much better, or it's more on a bullish one because it's still within the uptrend channel. So since we're looking at this one as support, I'm still holding the one that I bought for Ethereum. I'm still waiting for the 5,000 TP area, my TP area. So the resistance I'm looking at, if this continues, of course, to retest, Retest this one, possibly, and that area. Um, it's okay to have a, what's this? Yeah, I know it's, we'll use that, or we can actually use this updated one. So more or less at that. Oh, yeah, I think I'd rather. So hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna. So that's still my expectation for Ethereum, more or less. So actually, I can also add. Sorry, it should have been colored. And there we go. Parang ano na. It's actually closed. Or maybe this. Oh, so if I'll compare BTC over Ethereum, I think I'd rather choose Ethereum versus a BTC. Anyway, let's try to look at this possible. I'm gonna use the previous one. So more or less, I'd rather trade Ethereum over BTC. Anyway, that's just my own personal opinion. Anyway, for Ethereum, I think it's already at the support. And since it's holding above the 3,700 support area, the immediate resistance I'm looking at is this one, within more or less the 47 to 4,800 all-time high. Breakout to that, this trend line resistance. So as you can see, it's still within the uptrend level. And this is just a week actually, so I think it's this one. The target here is still valid, of course. That's just that's just a week, so I think this is more or less the 6 4. Yes, the 6 4. But yeah, I think for now, let's just focus on the uptrend channel for now. So I think that's it for Ethereum. If you have some questions, then feel free to ask. Else, I'm gonna Dogecoin. So let's try to look at Dogecoin. It's actually a breakdown. It's a breakdown. I think most of no. BTC is a breakdown. At least Ethereum, it holds at support area, right? So for Dogecoin or Dogecoin, it's actually a breakdown from the support area. So where did it hit? So this is the daily time frame. So let's try to use this EMAs here. So this is already a dead cross at 25 cents. What's the date of here? I'm sorry. One, two, three. So for Doggy Coin, it's actually holding at 15 cents support area or close to 16 cents. Is it? Yeah, 15 cents more or less. 15 to 16 cents support area, this area. So as long as it hold on that 16 cents area, um, the resistance I'm looking at still the 35 cents. But you can actually also create a trend line here and yeah, put some alert if ever. Just trying to, so there. So what if I'm gonna trade this one? It's still on the downtrend area, though it can bounce and retest this resistance more or less. So measuring this up, if this is just a short term, just for example, I'll just trade it short term. Um, so I might possibly retest this one. I mean, I might gonna test long this one, but on a medium term basis, I'd rather wait at breakout of this trend line resistance. Because normally I'm trading when there is a change of the current what's this trend. Like for example, this one. Since this is a downtrend, I'd rather trade it when it form a new trend, which is an uptrend, and break that this one, the trend resistance. So more or less, I'm looking at least 21 or 20 cents for me to trade this one. Though I can trade within this downtrend and trade the bounce, or more or less trade within this range or the downtrend area. But this is more on scalp or a swing trades. Actually, it's more on scalp trades. It's very actually very tight. Tight. Kasi ang magkano lang 'to, mga just a few cents lang only. So, and yeah, and if you look at the EMAs, it's also a dead cross. So of course, for me personally, I'd rather wait until it created a new or a golden cross. So I think even just for this one, just the basic SNR or and the trends, yeah, I will trade it at breakout. So I think that's the most conservative that I could profit from it. I think so. Yeah, but anyway, it still depends on your trading plan because yeah, I don't know if it's your long term, short term, or just trading it on scalp. So if your scalp trades, normally 15 minutes I think will do. So I might rather wait at 16 cents because it's already at over bought on a 1 hour time frame. So it really depends on your strategy anyway. But on a daily time frame, yeah, as I mentioned, I will wait I can trade within the range, within this 16 cents to possibly around this one, the 21 cents. And then once it break out from there, and then might possibly add more. And then possible next TP at 35 cents. So I think yun siya. So next is I detached the what's that the chat box. I'm still a lot exploring a lot in trading view actually. What's that bet? PST. It's also a breakdown. Anyway, I'm expecting an uptrend but it break down. So it's invalidated already. Dun, dun, dun. It's a death cross. After it form a death cross, it continues to move. Oh, sorry. So it formed a death cross a few days ago, so it's more or less around um December 3. December 3 or 4. So this one. So just using this EMAs, of course I will trade it when it at 7. That's the support I'm looking at, and at least it's holding there. And the next one here. So since it's a dead cross, I'd rather wait for it to at least hold above the 12 cents. Not unless you're planning to hold it long term, then you can make some test buys. But for short term and on conservative note, I will trade it above the EMAs, or at least it hold above the EMAs and possibly create a golden cross. So for now, I'd rather, yeah, it's a breakdown and on the downtrend also. It's actually same, more or less same with BTC. I think, yeah, Ethereum is the one that's with still within the uptrend so far. So see, so more or less, I will wait at the breakout point. So pwede natin siyang lagyan ng, we can actually put some alarm on this one and even this one. So once that hits, so basically 10 or 11 cents even, at least. Because as I've mentioned in BTC, there's possibility that it will uh, even create a lower low. So, however, the very key point here is this one. If it flip this resistance area to support area, so that's more or less around 11 cents, which is this for me. though we can experience a possible bounce to that 10 cents. So just wait. If ever it break that 10 cents, then possibly move up to this uh, channel. But if not, retest 8 to possibly more or less 6 cents. So it's actually most likely um, same as BTC scenario, right? I think so. And this is it. So you can actually, if you're scalping, you can actually trade within the range, within the 8 cents to 11 cents, and then wait for a breakout or add an alert on this trend line. Most especially if you're watching it. So yeah, just add an alert, and then once it break out, a solid breakout from that resistance, then add more, else better sell at 11 cents if resist. So I think that's it for me. It's a dead cross. So on conservative note, I will wait for I can trade within the range within the 8 to 11 cents. But of course, mostly my strategy would most likely I'll wait for a breakout to this trend line resistance that will possibly become the support area, and of course create a new trend which is an uptrend also, or be back within this uptrend channel. So basically, that's 11 cents up. Unless I plan to hold it long term and stake, then I could possibly add some. But on a short term note, that's my plan. If ever I'm gonna trade a vet. So actually same as BTC as I mentioned. Then next, so what else? So what's ADA? I think the last time that we seen ADA, it's still really getting hard or really trying hard. I think the last time, I think it's a dead cross also. Anyway, that's what I remember because I did not trade ADA. Yeah, it's a dead cross that have been formed over the past. Yeah, I think I restreamed it that last time. So it's still on that dead cross. Anyways, so dead cross downtrend. So what can I expect for this one? So let's just hide that, and yeah, trying to look at, is there any other possible trends? So I think the holding, at least it's holding at this trend support. It's clinging at that area. Oh, sorry. It's clinging on that. Wait, sorry. I need to. Let's just delete the. Yeah, let's just delete first the alarm. It's because it's on the support area. So as long as it holds at this support area, which is the alert of a few seconds ago. So I think more or less it's also same as possible BTC and the one that with the vet. So trade the range, trade within the downtrend area, or of course wait for the reversal of the downtrend and then before going long on a daily time frame. So this is the scenario 1 and this possible scenario 2. That's even more conservative now. Saan yung alert ko dito? Yeah, I created alert at resistance area. And it's a dead cross. So, yeah, I think on conservative note, I'd rather wait for a breakout on this downtrend area. Though I can trade within the range. But I think, yeah, as I mentioned, I think I'm not trading ADA for quite some time. For quite some time. Yeah, kasi parang ang tagal. Yeah, because I think from its high, it's been, I think, more than a month already on that downtrend. It's, what's that, 95 days. So it's 3 months. But I think right after it break this downtrend, possibly more than 95 days of an uptrend. So, yeah, I think just a matter of patience, maybe. Patience. Patience. The and I might possibly add that one. Yeah. So almost the same with BTC. Breakdown, downtrend, and then breakdown to this support area. And a golden, I mean a dot cross. So still on the bearish side. So yeah, same plan. If ever I'm gonna trade this ADA is once it hit or created um a new trend, which is an uptrend, more or less, might believe more or less at this area. So it depends where this trend line will possibly retest, but more or less at this current candle, yeah, I'm looking at least 210. And what's the EMAs? At least 192. That's the highest. So more or less close to $2, right? So yeah. Support I'm looking at is, let's try this one. Of course, this is the immediate support, though since there is a wick here, I'd rather use this one, the lowest one, which is the 1 point, what's this? Oh, $1, 1.09 or $1.10. So I'm gonna use that as a strong support area. So this one here, there. And the resistance, the trend line resistance, which is more or less around $2, which is above the current EMAs, the three EMAs here. Hala, papangit. So I think that's it. I have a stick ADA before, but yeah, I think I sold some of it, or actually already I sold some, and then I repositioned two other low caps altcoins. So yeah, done with ADA. On perpetual, I'm not trading much on ADA perpetual because of it still on the downtrend side. Oh, sorry. I think I created a lot of alerts already. Maybe I'll just delete this. Oh, it's okay anyway. What do you do with small cups in tenors such as this, like under 100 million or so? Well, actually, over the previous days, yeah, since the market is down, I'm actually accumulating some small cap altcoins. And one of those is actually this one, which I'm which is what's this? Which I bought at on an average, I think 10 cents. So this one. So if you look at the website, and actually I also watch some YouTube regarding this quantum, what's that? Quantum resistant, quantum computing, quantum computers, and something related to that. So I think there are ahead. So yeah, I think security is really very important. I think you can actually see the difference here. So this is one of the lookups that I bought. I think even last month, because there's a challenge that posted by one of the members in my group. So actually, I do some research last November actually, and normally, as what I mentioned, I'm looking at coins. So I go to the categories. I think I use CoinGecko. I go to categories and I choose smart contract platform. So I compared most of it, and then of course I look at the market cap during that November time. So that's when I discovered this QuanX platform and started buying it right after. I think yeah. Let me just go to my spreadsheet. I think you cannot see that. Yeah, I believe so. But I think starting November, if I'm not mistaken, November 8th, I already started accumulating some of this. So yeah, just a few comparison with it. It's actually a hybrid wherein you can use public or private because most of the current platform right now is I think public, and then there is other some a few differences from here. Actually, this is the summary, and yeah, of course, at the end of it, what I like is that it's quantum resistant. So it's for me, it's an added one, and yeah, I think that's will be the trend in the future because quantum resistance is really very powerful. So I think we're gonna use that in the future. So it's one of the low cups that I'm currently accumulating, and at the same time, what else? And of course, it's a low market cap during that time. I think even now, I think it's still below 100 million market cap, or I think it's just 81 million as of now. And of course, if you compute that, or more or less if it hit even just at Solana or Polkadot level, then you can actually recompute that. We'll just make a few, well, just a few comparison as to the valuation. So more or less, um let's go to possibly, yeah, we'll use both. Though sometimes there are a few differences in what's this in market cap. So at Solana level, so sorry, using this current values only. So this is Solana market cap, and then circulate or max supply. Max supply is 3 billion, 3 billion, 333, 123, 123. Yeah, I think so. It's 3 billion, 3.33 billion, and then there's a few more. 3333. I don't know why it's not exact anyway, but that's their total supply, because so that at least we'll know the conservative possible target. So 1x estimated target, because so more or less, I think it could easily hit $17 or even more, because we use actually the maximum supply. But if we use, of course, the because the circulating supply, of course, the $17 is much higher. So at 10 cents. So I think I'll just rather wait for a few years. And the mainnet, currently they are in testnet, and mainnet to be launched next year. I think more or less 6 months after. So possibly June or July. So during these times, normally I'm accumulating some low cups. But if we use the what's this? The circulating supply, which the updated one is the coin gecko. So 892 something. So let's just paste a special. So Sol market. Oh wait, Sol market top 12/7. It's 12/7 2021 already. So we'll just delete that. And let's just highlight that. Delete. And so the possible range is, of course, if we use the Solana market cap, the maximum supply, and this is the circulating supply anyway, circulating supply. So more or less, I'm expecting 17 to $64, but I think it could hit even more. So I think Solana is even during that time. Wait, let's try to look at the chart of Solana. I think it's also one of the low caps before. Of course, let's look at the historical chart. So as you can see, it's a few cents before it hit this one. And it's not even a quantum resistant platform. So anyway, this is just my opinion. You can also do your own research. And yeah, let me also know uh, what's the result of your research. So yeah, just hold. Personally, I'll just hold it, because the thing is, as what I mentioned, when I'm trading spot, normally it's more on a hold, and for futures, this is more on a short term trades. So thoughts on QI? What's QI? I don't know what's QI. QI, what's that? There's a lot of QI. Okay. So QI what? QI what? So yeah, some agree on quantum. I was buying cell frame early. Unfortunately, it seems they must have the best intentions. Cell frame, I don't know what's cell frame. It's another quantum chain US based. So let's also try to look on CSOV. What's CSOV? Cell frame. Cell frame. Try to look at it. So cell frame is 37. So what's this? So more or less quantum resistant also. Is this? Quantum safe blockchain. But what I like on Connex is that I think they've been researching about it over the past 2 years. Well, I don't know this one. So maybe I'll try to add that on my list and then check it out also. And the last one that he said is what's that? CSOV. Is this also CSOV? What's that? There's not. What's the CSOV? Is it listed already or not? CSOV listed. They got killed. There's a lot of QI here. I don't know what's QI. It's a possible Kisap, Kidaw, or Benji. What's on that? QI pairs. Oh, there. The first one. What's this? There's actually volume divergence just looking at the chart. So QI, the Benji USD, and this one. Oh no, it's not this one. This one. Q coin. So it just recently listed August. It's actually holding. So even just using the coin market cap, there is actually a volume divergence. And since it's holding at support, I might possibly add or buy this one. Immediate resistance or TP, of course, that is possibly this area around 30 cents for short-term trades. Not unless I plan to hold it on a long-term note. Actually, I don't know this one. What's this one? Normally when it comes to long term, I'm more on holding coins. So since I think this is more or less a token, so yeah, I can trade within that range and support at this. Actually, we can use this one as support. It's already holding at support around the 17 cents. Possible target or resistance at 30 cents. And yeah, of course, the all-time high, which is the 41 cents. But I think let's just focus on this medium one. Not unless you're planning to hold it of some for long term. So, and yeah, of course, even if not add I'll not add the risk reward. Yeah, I know that the possible risk reward is attractive within these levels. So normally I'm trading an asset with at least a 2 RRR. So this is 4.96 actually. So and I think this one it's more on spot trade. So how about the rest? Let's look at the RSI oversold. But yeah, even if this one, yeah, I think I'm already good at just the basic SNR. As long as it holds. Anyway, because if it break down, next support 11 cents, which is, I think, more or less much stronger at 11 cents. Yeah, but as long as it holds at this area, which I think it will, 30 cents is my possible target with the risk reward of 4.96. So I think it's more than attractive for me for a short term trades. So next is, though I'm still I'm though I already upgraded my subscription, I'm still more on traditional or just the basic price action. Trades based on AVAX. Yeah, okay. So the one, yeah, I'd like to know the other one, CSOV, if it's already been listed. Ah, okay, this one. I think, thanks. Thanks for sharing the link. Because the good thing here in trading this that you can share info with the other traders. So yeah, I'll try to look at this one. I think it might not be listed. Is this to be listed on? Will be listed. Will just be listed. So it means it's not yet listed. So maybe I'll just read a bit about it. On there, where's there? Will be listed in late September. Late September, what's the release? So it's already been listed. Yeah, it's already been listed, but let's try to look at this here. Might be here. Oh, it's not yet on. It's not yet on Coin Market Cap or CoinGecko, but it's already listed on an exchange. What's this? Bitcoin.com exchange. Well, unfortunately, they did that. Ah, this one. Ah, okay. I think I'll just add this. Anyway, thanks for the info for this one. Maybe I'll just read this one some other time. And yeah, it might be. Well, I don't know how much is the price for it as of now. So since this is not unless no, it's not yet on TradingView or even in other Coin Market Cap and CoinGecko. So most likely once it hit the Coin Market Cap or CoinGecko, it might be much higher at much higher price. I think so. Yeah, not familiar with FM. Okay, thanks. Not familiar with FMFW.io. There's actually a lot of exchanges already. But normally I'm trading more on the main exchanges, um, main centralized exchanges or top exchanges when it comes to spot trading. AI play on a meta. What's that? What's this one? So this one is 16. At least it's listed on Qcoin. Alright, chain. Oracle for blockchain. There's actually a lot of good low cups. Just try to find them. Try to find them. Actually, the best thing to do during this bear season. No, I'm saying this on, like, for example, this times is more on doing some research and look for the lookup or hidden lookup coins or tokens. Because actually, if you compare it with the top coins already, though you can still profit from it, but of course the rewards might not be that rewarding. Like I mentioned, I think I sold some ad already, and I put some in the lookup um, coins. So anyway, thanks for Tired Tinker 2020 for sharing some of his lookups gems. So I'll try to add this one also. Though this one I'm not. This one, Avalanche. And the one is, so you can actually add some star or favorite this, that. Oh, it even reach as high as 100 and 15 million market cap. They're also in partnership with Carja Chain. Okay. And Ocean. Thanks guys for today. Actually, I enjoy a lot, and also thanks for sharing, guys. Yeah, actually that's true. So if you have no more questions, guys, then I'll end the stream, and yeah, I'll expect more of your participation next time. Actually, I'd also like to know more what's your holdings so that I could also do some research and yeah, buy some if ever. See you again next time. Next time. And yeah, hopefully we can also share some of the lookups that you're holding and some analysis also. Thanks guys. Thanks guys, and yeah, happy trading even this kind of market. Still happy trading, and what else? Don't get yourself liquidated as much as possible. Happy trading, everyone. Bye, guys. Diba? Okay, na tayo. Trying to retest. Yeah, a bounce. Anyways,